Okay, good morning students. So this is our new chapter now after square root in the continuation cube and cube roots. So like square was there, what was a square? Square we are writing like this. A square means we are multiplying the same number by itself twice. In the same manner, what is the meaning of cube? Suppose a cube is there, so it is multiplication of the same number by itself 3 times. For example, suppose if I take 2 cube, that means 2 will be multiplied by itself 3 times, that will give you 8. Okay, so this is the meaning of cube of the number. So similarly, what is 1 cube? 1 cube will be 1, 2 cube will be 8, 3 cube will be 27, like this. Okay, so you better remember the cube of the numbers from 1 to 20. It will be beneficial for you. I have sent the cubes of this number in the images. Now next is, this is cube and this is cube root. How we are representing cube root? Cube root like this. Okay, one root sign is there, when then one 3 was there. So like there were few properties of cubes, square. Similarly there are few properties of cubes. Okay, properties of cube, and you can say cube root also. Okay, we will read both the properties together. First very important property, cube and cube root of a negative number is always negative. Okay, so whenever you calculate the cube of a negative number, it will always be negative. For example, if I write minus 3 cube, it means minus 3 into 3 into 3, or minus 27. Or when you take the cube root of minus 27, it will be minus 3. Okay, both these things you should remember. So cube or cube root of a negative number will always be a negative. Then second property, cube of even number is even. For example, if you calculate 2 cube, it will be 2 into 2 into 2, that is 8. So cube of an even number is always even, and cube of an odd number is always odd. For example, if you take 3 cube, it is 3 into 3 into 3, that is 27. So you can see that whenever you cube the even number, you will get always a even number, and whenever you do the cube of an odd number, you will always get a odd number. Then suppose two numbers or two cube roots are multiplied together like this. So in that case, you can combine these numbers like you are combining in case of square roots, like this, a into b. Okay. Similarly, if the numbers are written like this, a upon b, this is the cube root, so you can write it as cube root of a upon cube root of b, like this. Okay, so these properties we will be using whenever we solve the questions. One more property is there, cube root of a cube is always a, and cube root of minus a cube is always minus a. Okay, this is one more property. Similarly, cube root of minus 1 is always minus 1, and minus 1 to the power 3 is always minus 1. Okay, so remember this, we will also use it very frequently. So these are the properties of the cubes that we will be using to solve the question. Okay, now methods to find cube root. Okay, so two methods are there. One is very basic, that we also use in square root, that is prime factorization. Okay, and it is applicable for each and every number. Then second method is, that is estimation. Okay, it has certain limitation, it is only valid for perfect cubes, and you can take, it is valid for every number.
Okay, so these are the two methods that we will use to calculate the value, to calculate the prime factorization of the, to calculate the cube root of a certain number. Now suppose if I have a question, suppose this is my question 3375, okay, and I have to calculate the cube root of this. So first what we will do, first I will do the prime factorization. As you already know the prime factorization, 3 to 3 25, 3 3 3 4 3 7 125 5 then 1. So that means cube root of 3375 is equals to, okay, 3 into 3 into 3 into 5 into 5 into 5. So in case of the square root, what we are doing? We are making the pairs of like prime factors. In case of the cube root, what we will make? We will make the group of 3 like prime factors. Like in this, the 3 is having a group and 5 is having a group, and after this group there is no number left, so what will be its cube root? 3 into 5, that is 15. Okay, or if any prime factor was left, then in that case that number will not be the perfect cube. So like this you will find. Okay, so let's discuss the very first exercise 4.1. So in the very first question it is asked to find the cubes of the number. So you can simply, suppose 5 cube you want, so you simply multiply that number 3 times by itself, you will get the value 5 cube. Then in the second question it is asked to find the cubes of the natural number from 11 to 25. So, and we have to see that whether the cubes of odd numbers are odd or not. So suppose if you calculate 11 cube, so 11 cube is 1331, so it is odd, and 11 is also odd. Then suppose if you calculate 12 cube, so it will give you 1728, so it is even and it is also even. So you can see, like I have told you the properties, the cube of odd number will always be a odd number and the cube of a even number will always be a even number. Now next question, the questions that are of real interest. Suppose we have to see whether the number is a perfect cube or not. So suppose if you take 54 and if you do its prime factorization, so its prime factorization will be like this. So if you see carefully, what is 54? 54 is 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. So there is only one group of 3. After making the group, this 2 is left. Okay, it is having no group. So that means if any prime factor is left, so that number is not a perfect cube. Okay. So there must be the group of 3 numbers should be there of all the prime factors, then only the number will be a perfect cube. One more number I have taken 512 and I have to see whether it is a perfect cube or not. So first step will be you will do the prime factorization like I have done. Then when you see properly, there is one group, then 2, then 3. So when you calculate the cube root of 512, okay, so all the prime factors have been exhausted and all the groups have been formed. Okay, there is no number left, so that means it is a perfect cube. Okay, so like this, if any prime factor is left without a group, then in that case that number will not be the perfect cube. And if all the prime factors have been exhausted after making the groups of the like factor, then in that case that is a perfect cube. Okay. So suppose now questions like of this, suppose I have to check which numbers should I have to multiply by 5400 so that it becomes a perfect cube. So again what we will do its prime factorization, and after doing the prime factorization we will see that how many pairs or how many numbers are left. So it is 25 and 5. Okay, so this is the prime factorization of 5400. Now if you see carefully, what is 5400 is equals to 2 into 2 into 2, 3 into 3 into 3 into 5 into 5. Okay, so one group, two group. But if you see carefully, this 5 into 5 has no group. Okay, so we have to see by what this number should be multiplied. So this 5 into 5, okay, has 1 5 less. It is having 1 5 less. So 554 should be multiplied by what? We have to multiply it by 5. Okay. So when you multiply this by 5, then in that case all the groups of the prime factors will form. So like this, whenever the questions comes, whenever the question of this type have come, whenever you have to see what number should be multiplied, so whatever group is not forming, so by putting one more number, this group has formed. That means in that case 5 should be multiplied by 5400, so that this 5400 becomes the perfect cube. Okay, so then in previous question we have to see what number should be multiplied. So in this we have to see what number should be divided. So same procedure you will adopt. First you will do the prime factorization, and when after doing the prime factorization you will write the prime factors like this. And when you see and when you make the groups, okay, like this. So okay, so 3 groups are there, but after making the group, this 11 is left. Okay, so smallest number to be divided is equals to 11. Okay, whatever number is left. And suppose now in this question further, if it is asked to calculate that new number, so what will be your new number? Your new number will be, you will simply divide this number by 11. So you will get your new number like this. Further, if it is asked to calculate the cube root of new number, that means cube root of new number. So you can calculate the cube root of new number by the same method, prime factorization, by making the groups. And when you make the groups, what you will get? 2 into 2 into 2 is equals to 8. Okay, so 3 questions, 3 sets, 3 parts can be there. First is smallest number to be divided or multiplied. So whatever group is not formed, that will be your number to be divided or multiplied. Then what will be the new number after dividing? So that will be your new number after dividing. Then what is the cube root of that number? So like this you can find the cube root of the new number. Okay, so this is all about your exercise 4.1, and this is how you have to find the cube root of these numbers.